I'm not going to comment about that, and nobody will be expected to comment after what I'm going to say to you right now. That we are engaged with the question of the Communist Party. We have reflected at the theoretical level what are the implications of this disastrous and monumental disastrous decision of the party for the alliance. We have reflected on that, and we have said as the ANC we are against that, but it looks like there's no turning back. Now the ANC have got to apply itself on the practicalities of how we are going to navigate that space, and the marching orders will come in terms of what is going to happen. So we don't expect commentators and those who think that they know theory better to tell us what needs to happen in between this period and what needs to happen after we have met with the Communist Party and finalize what we need to do. But it is very clear that the party is determined about its decision to move forward. At an ideological and theoretical level, there is no basis for this. We have made up our mind about that, and we'll share that perspective with our membership as we interact with them going forward. In the next coming week, we'll share that perspective, why we say that there is no theoretical basis for the Communist Party to stand on its own, and the implications for the alliance are dire. That is going to weaken us, it's not going to strengthen us. So if you are in the National Democratic Revolution and you accept that the democratic revolution is led by the ANC, and the party is a vanguard of the working class and is leading socialism, why do you contest an election? Unless you say to us you contest for socialism, but socialism will be realized through the NDR. Where did it break loose? Why state power when the power is contested through the ANC? And if the question of that is insufficient, it is then being reformed in the form of reconfiguration. So what is the fundamental issue? It doesn't come out clear as to what it is. So as the ANC, we have said that we are now have reached a stage of how do we deal with this monumental disastrous decision that has visited the alliance at this present moment. We are not in favor, we are not in agreement, because that decision is not going to strengthen us. It's just going to attract opportunists and many other forces that seeks to derail the NDR. It's not either going to sustain or strengthen the Communist Party's agenda of socialism. It's not. And the Communist Party, to us, how we have understood it over the years, it has not been a Communist Party of numbers. Whether they get 70 votes elsewhere, the Communist Party to us has been a Communist Party as a vanguard working class that function and operates with an acceptance of the ANC as a vanguard liberation movement. And the party have accepted that particular role, not to contest the NDR with the ANC. And the party have always imbued the ANC with consciousness and everything. The best cadres in the ANC over the years and decades of struggle came from the party. When you see a comrade who works hard, who's got theoretical clarity, ideological clarity, without saying he's a communist, you knew that that one should be coming from the party. Now, if the party leaves that gap and that space, it will be occupied in the ANC. It's not a question of whether the ANC expelled, but the resolution itself is bringing into question duality, questioning of membership duality of the ANC. It's not a question of threatening people or ANC saying to people, because you've got dual membership, go. It's a decision that in its implication means that if you stand as a ward councillor in a ward, you stand as an identical opposite to the ANC. It brings into question duality. You are a party, you are contesting the same ward we are contesting. And when I go and speak to the people, what am I going to say? You are nice. Or the party is going to say we are nice. It's going to attack the ANC. And for them to gain votes, they must attack the ANC. And for the ANC to gain votes, it will defend what it is right. So who brought about the question of duality in the context of this decision? It is the party. And the ANC will examine that fully. Because now we can no longer share the same things we used to do. Election strategy, coming together, planning together, undermining our enemies, and moving together as a bloc to fight for the consolidation of the NDR. We will no longer move like that. And the pact will only apply post-election, which is a popular front. It can only apply post-election when now you have contested election iqokelela amanani kugqityiwe abantu bavotile nithi hey sondela ngapha ufuna ubumeya ufuna ntoni le nto sikuyo ngoku lo ncipncip yabona umeya wami apha ukuncipncip uyabona umgalelano uyabona asifuna imgalelano apha sifuna uphatha sikhulule izwe lakuthi le nto yencipncip ayisincedi nganix sibuyele emva. That's what it is. Today, we must ask power from others to advance the budget. We were not in that position before. Today, sifumana sijongene no zile kawucinge nje. Into besingayicinganga ebomini bethu. Asifuni lonto. I-Communist Party mayiphume kulonto kuyo. Ibuye emgceni. Silwela inkululeko yabantu bakuthi apha. Lento bayenzayo yozimela geqe ayizuqinisa lento sikuyo ye-alliance. Instead, it will weaken it. We keep preaching that. Nobody celebrates that. We don't want it. So in the ANC, we say, amaqabani nangagcwele apha alindile ukuthi kuyiwaphi. Kuzawufuneka kuphumile ke ngokumkhombandlela ukuthi maqabani chithani lo nkuku. Chithani lo manzi akho nkuku izawuxhelwa. Ingathi izawuxhelwa le nkuku this time around. La manzi kuzawufuneka ame because le nkuku kuzawufuneka ixheliwe. Ngoba ngoku i-Communist Party iqinile ithi no izimela geqe and that is it. So lonto le izawuweakenisha i-alliance. Ilonto ke thina singayifuniyo. But ke sawufuneka sinikeze umkhombandlela ukuthi esi sigqibo sithathiweyo sizawuphuma njani kulonto. Singumbutho sidibene nawo amakomanisi asixelele ukuthi sizawuphuma njani kule ngxubakaxaka basifaka kuyo yokuzimela geqe. Sikwazi uvana ngalonto. Singathethi kwimedia sigqithana ingathi siyacula estagini singu-KC and Jojo. Masithethe sijongene ngqo emehlweni. So sinayo i-outstanding alliance meeting ekuzawufuneka sijongane emehlweni ukuthi sizawuphuma kanjani ke kulento. Siyayivakele yokuthi i-ANC zigxotha abantu asigxothanga mntu thina asizimiselanga ugxotha mntu. Ngaba bathi makuzimele geqeke mabazosiphendula ukuthi sizawusebenza kanjani kulento ke basifake kuyo. Igyubgyoyishi ke engazucaciswa mntu le into enzima ke le esikuyo inzima kakhulu. Isifake engxakini singumbutho jikelele into ekufuneka siyilungisileleyo. So xa sikhumbula uHuru siyombeka pha edinukaneni umcimbi lokufuneka siuphononongo siucinge. Ezi zinto akufuneka ngasizijampele nje siwele kuzo njengathi sihle emthini. Le alliance yakhiwa kanzima. Ndiyayazi kukho abanye amaqabani ke nabanye abantu abathi abayeke bazawuluza. Maqabani imani kancinci. Masiyibone lento ukuthi sizayiqhuba kanjani sizahamba siphelele phi ningaphela amandla. That's what we are saying to our membership. Don't rush. Stay where you are. And then we apply our mind on this outcome and see where it will take us to. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very last and crisp, and then so that we can release.
Did you hear me? In Xhosa?
SG, just a quick one. We understand the ANC will be holding an NEC meeting over the weekend. Could you please preview what topics of discussion will be on the table of those 2 days?
No, we don't have an NEC meeting this weekend. Okay. We have a special NEC meeting next weekend to focus only on local government. And that meeting will culminate on Monday to a roll call of all councillors in the country. in Johannesburg. And before end of the week, we'll announce the details of that roll call. And the NEC will take place next week. This weekend, we are continuing with interacting with structures on the General Council preparations. This past weekend, we met with all the branches. This coming weekend, we'll meet with the provincial executive committees and all regional executive committees and RTTs across the country in every province to take them through the theoretical essence of the discussion framework of the General Council in December. After that, we'll go to sub-regions. From sub-regions, we'll go to zones. We are strengthening and refurbishing the ANC, but arming the members with the necessary theory and understanding of where we are and what needs to be done going forward in terms of our strategy and tactics. That's what we're going to do this weekend. We continue with that work. And then the NEC will take place next week and the roll call. Thank you very much.
Roll call. If you could just unpack what the roll call is. I don't think...
Oh, the roll call is the calling of members to the center. All councillors, they transport themselves to Johannesburg in a central place. No support financially, nothing. So they are expected to report one by one. We have written to them, we have sent them messages, we remind them. Only death can stop you from attending. If there is bereavement or anything of that sort. But everyone is expected to report next week on the 15th in Johannesburg. So we expect, we have received overwhelming response from our councillors that we are coming to the roll call. But the roll call is going to tell them what's going to happen in their councils, municipality by municipality. What's going to happen? This is not a talk shop, it's marching orders. The NEC will have deliberated and they will have taken decisions. Headquarters, working with the provinces, will oversee the implementation of what needs to be done. Talk is over now. What is important is for us to do what it needs to be done to serve our people. So that is what the roll call is all about.